I had a young man today ask me a simple question. He said, what do you think is the number one reason that people get divorced? I looked at him and I said, I'll be honest with you. I think the number one reason that people get a divorce is secrets. Hello, my name is Troy Beans with 78freethrows.com. Secrets. How? Okay, secrets. What does that mean? And someone else sitting at the table says, well, it seems like a lot of couples get divorced over money. And that's absolutely the case. But money is more along the lines of a symptom of a much deeper problem. And what do I mean by secrets? I don't think that it's so much that we've got these deep, dark secrets that we're trying to hide from people. What it is, and see if you can follow me through this, what we suffer to do is to be vulnerable. Now, what does that have to do with secrets? The most mature people I know, the most emotionally mature people I know, the people that they've got their act together, are the most vulnerable people I know. And why is that? Because if you're vulnerable, you're willing to be influenced by other people. You're open to what other people have to say because in your core, you know who you are. You know where you're going. And so you're open to other people. People that struggle with who am I, where am I going, have these secrets. And it's not so much that they have these deep, dark secrets, as I said, but what they have is things come up and they're not quite sure how to deal with it. They're not quite sure how to handle it, so they don't say anything at all. Or somebody else is talking about something that makes them uncomfortable. Instead of being vulnerable and just listening to what they have to say, they very quickly jump in and put in their 2 cents, and the whole conversation goes downhill from there because the original person was never really heard. And so you never get to the bottom of something. So in essence, you have all these secrets hanging out there that never get handled, never get dealt with. To communicate in a marriage requires you to be vulnerable with your mate. When they start talking about something that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, stop yourself and go, okay, I'm going to listen to this until I get completely to the bottom of it, till I completely understand. And sure, I think all of us are going to have certain areas that, I don't get this. But when we let secrets build up, and we have areas that we haven't talked about, it starts to erode our intimacy. It starts to erode our togetherness, our willing to cooperate with each other. And over time, it can get very serious. And then, money issues jump up, and you don't trust that person. You have no intimacy with that person. You have so many secrets, so many things, so much baggage you haven't been able to talk about. But money will finish off that marriage. And we say, yep, money caused a divorce. But typically, we're just not vulnerable. We're not willing to just listen and pay attention and just really understand the other person. And you finish this off, we all have quirks. And I'll tell you one of mine. This probably makes no sense to you. I understand it. I have to be very careful with it. Most people with money worry about money, and they are very, some people are extremely cautious with money. Now, I fully believe in being a good steward with your money. I really do. And no, I'm not someone who just goes out there and spends. I don't need all that stuff. But I don't worry about money so much that when I invest, I can just walk right off a cliff. I mean, if I think that 55-cent stock is going to $10, I wouldn't, the prudent thing would be, first off, find out whether it's a really good stock and and put in money you don't care if you lose or not. And most people, that would be a very small amount. Shoot, I could put everything I had in there practically. That sounds crazy, but my financial advisors need to walk me off cliffs, because I'll walk off a cliff when it comes to money. I don't have that security. Money, anybody can make money. Money can come back around. That's not an issue. Yeah, I know you're probably looking at me like I'm crazy. And the good thing is, I understand this issue. Does it cause my wife worry? Yes, it does. That's not funny either. But to survive in a marriage, you've got to be vulnerable so we can listen and understand all these quirky little things about the other person. And that's where intimacy comes from. And that's where, because of that intimacy and that trust that develops, that we start to trust each other with money, and we start to trust each other that this is going to work out and we can make this happen. Love to hear what you think. Love for you to leave a comment. You have a wonderful day, and I will be talking to you soon.